The American Legion Post 56 became involved in the War Bonnet Roundup, I believe, in the mid-20s. We like to do this to honor our veterans. It helps us earn money, but most importantly, it's a big family event. We get families out here, we get kids out here. Everybody has fun, everybody has a good time, and that's what it's about being in small town Idaho Falls. We bring in big town entertainment. We get great cowboys. I think 376 this year. We had about 6 world champions. Got a world champion coming tonight. He's a world champion bareback rider. We had a world champion barrel racer. We got great stock, so you put the professional cowboys and cowgirls against the professional stock. They go head to head, and we get a great rodeo out of it.
Dustin Lee, Meyer, Wells, Nevada. No score, but
each night we do an honoring of the veterans. The first night we honored all the veterans who lost their life from Southeast Idaho in the War on Terror. We had a guy brought out a rifle, and actually there's a military person who kneeled down in front, and we honored them. The second night we brought out some people from our local organization that had been activated for Afghanistan and Iraq, and we honored them. And tonight we're honoring someone from the Second World War, from Korea, from Vietnam, from the Gulf War and the War on Terror. We're going to have an individual from each arena, and we're going to honor them. And I promise you the crowd will be up, the crowd will be clapping, and there'll be a lot of eyes that aren't dry in the arena. The best part's looking into the audience and seeing the smiles on all the faces. I got to make sure everybody gets to where they're supposed to be at the right time and be at the right place. You can see my list. I got stuff written in. I got cowboys that got scratched. I got cowboys that got added. Got to take care of all that, make sure all the paperwork's up to date. And then we got a lovely young lady tonight singing the anthem, and I get the distinct honor of bringing her out into the arena. That's the good parts of my job.
They're just going to come in and do a loop, right?
Yes, with you guys on it, coming through that gate on the...
That's a really sweet question to ask what Bob contributes to our community. You know, he's the kind of individual that went from putting his life on the line for our country to now putting his time, making his time available to serve in so many other unsung kinds of ways. He works, just last week, I went to an event where Bob was helping to promote the 24th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Bob, of course, works with the rodeo. Bob works with just about anything that has to do with veterans in this community. And there are a lot of active veterans groups. Everything from health care to social events to making sure that they receive proper honor in the city parades to, it just goes on and on. He has the kind of stature in our community that he's affable and yet serious when he needs to be, and it makes people want to follow or be a part of the causes that he supports.
And the first year we about broke even, but we're now making money. About half of it goes back into the rodeo, and then half of it goes to the American Legion Post as profit from the rodeo. And then also the American Legion runs a concession stand. It's all manned by American Legion Post members, so there's basically no expenses except for the food, but we do very well on our concessions, and the concessions is what operates our American Legion Post. I was at a school during Veterans Day last year in an elementary school. Several of us went over to talk at an assembly. I'm walking down the hallway in the school, and I have my uniform on, and this little boy comes up to me. I don't know how old he was, but he stands there and looked at me. He salutes, and he says, "Mister, you're my hero." And it really hit me hard. It was nice to hear, but it just kind of chokes you up.
Every small city in America needs the Bob Skinners. And without people, servants and patriots and service-minded people like him, we would be much poorer. I wish I had 10 more.